Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic is optical instrument, and in the optical instrument, we are going to study about the simple microscope. Before starting the simple microscope, let's discuss the SLOs regarding to this. What the SLOs are: define the least distance of distinct vision. Describe the working and uses of simple microscope. So the first SLO is the define least distance of distinct vision. By definition, the minimum distance of an object from the eye to have its clear image is called the least distance of distinct vision, or the near point. Means that uh, the least distance means that if I'm going to suppose reading a book, so at what distance the book should be kept so that I can uh, read it very clearly, or I can say that the images of the letter will form on my retina very distinctly. Okay, then this least distance of distinct vision is about 25 centimeter from the eye, and this 25 meters centimeter may vary with the age, or it may vary with the person to person. It is denoted by D. If the object is held closer to the eye, then this distance, the image form will be blurred and fuzzy. The location of the near point, however, changes with age. Now, uh, I'm going to show you a activity. With the activity, all your you will clear the concept of the least distance, far point and the near point very clearly. Now watch this video carefully. Okay, now you can see that what is what is a near point, what is far point, and what is least distant of distinct vision. After watching this video, you will be able to answer all these questions. Now, first is that I just quickly go through very important things of the human eye that is related to the image formation. Okay, now eye is a this is a sphere. Eye is a spherical ball. Now this is the eye lens through which the rays pass and make an image on the retina, and from the retina an inverted image is formed, and with the help of the optic nerve, the image is taken to the brain. This inverted image is erected by the brain, and we are able to see the erect image. Now this is the phenomena that the image is formed in the eye. Now, the clear is the image on the retina, the clear is our vision. Now, to understand far points, near point, and the least distance of distinct vision, watch this activity. Now, this is your eye, and object is placed in front of the retina, so that is in front of the eye at this distance, so an inverted clear image is formed on the retina, and the clear vision is clear for the brain. Or now what I'm going to do is just to bring this object closer to the eye. The distance from the eye lens is reduced. See that again I will get a clear image, a distinct image is formed on the retina, and clear vision is there. Again, till here it is again a clear vision. Now, if I'm going to move it very closely, then see what happens. You can see that when it is moved closely, a blur image is formed on the retina, and again you can see not a very clear vision. So you can see that if the object is very close to the eye, the image form will be blurred. The same now I'm going to do is to take away that object from the eye. Now you see that the object distance from the eye is increasing. Till here again I got a very distinct image, a clear vision is there. Again a clear vision is there. Again a clear vision is there. If I further move that, see that a blur image is formed. If I still further move that, a blur image is formed. So you can conclude that there is a region, that is the visible region, in which a very distinct clear image is formed in the brain, and this is a blur region, image is not formed, and this is also a blur region. Now this point is called the near point, the last point limit that I am able to see a distinct image. Similarly, this is the last point where I am able to see the distinct image. Now, the distance between this is called the near point, and this is your far point. So, what is our conclusion? The nearest but clearly visible point is the near point. The furthest but the clearly visible point is the far point. So the distance to the near point from the eye is called least distance of distinct vision. Okay, now, so we move back to our presentation. Now see that you have watched this activity clearly, and I'm sure you are clear about far point, near point, and the least distance of distinct vision. Now about a microscope. What is a microscope? A microscope is an optical instrument used to see highly magnified images of the tiny objects such as bacteria, cells, viruses, and protozoan that are not seen by the naked eye. Those are not visible to the naked eye, but with the help of the microscope, we can see very, very small uh, cells and bacteria and viruses. Okay, there are two types of microscope. What is called the simple microscope, other is called the compound microscope. Today we are going to discuss a simple microscope, and you see that simple microscope is a simple magnifying glass that is a double convex lens. That is called your simple microscope. We are able to see that is also a magnifying glass. It is actually a convex lens of the small focal length which is used for seeing the magnified image of the small objects. Okay. Then what is the principle of the simple microscope? It works on the principle that a tiny object is placed within its focus. A virtual, erect, and magnified image of the object is formed at the least distance of distinct vision from the eye, held close to the lens. So, if the lens is held close to the object such that the object is within the focal length, only you will be able to see the magnified image in the lens only then. Okay, now. And this is your working of the simple microscope, how the simple microscope works. As I already told you, in this case, see that object is AB. This AB object is placed within the focus of that lens. You can see this point is F, and object is between F and the optical center. Now this object, we are going to draw the ray diagram of the object. The ray parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes from the focus, and the ray that is passing from the focus passes unrefracted. You can clearly see that OX and CY both are the diverging rays. They will never meet on this side. But if I produce them back, they will meet at some point. Now you can see this is where the two rays meet, the images form. So you can see that A dash and B dash is the image, that is a virtual image, and magnified image is formed on the is formed in the lens, and you are able to see that magnified image. So this is how uh, the microscope, simple microscope works. The object has to be placed within the focus, then will be able to see the highly magnified object images. Now, what is the uses of simple microscope? I think some of the uses you have seen the microscope, magnifying glass, maybe in your labs, maybe in your houses, and maybe uh, you have seen the watchmakers using them. Okay, now the simple microscope is commonly used by the watchmakers to view the magnified view of the small watches small parts of the watches, used by jewelers to see the magnified view of the fine parts of the jewelry. It is used to see the enlarged images of the letters of the books, textures, and all things. It is used to see the magnified view of different particles of the different type of the soils. It is used by palmists to see enlarged view of the lines of upper hand, and SIP is used by the skin specialist to find out the various diseases of the skin, and it is also used to see the detail of the stamps and engraving. So these are the uses and the working principle and working of the simple microscope. Till the next lecture, it is thank you very much and Allah Hafiz.